Hi, it's Matthew at Ferndale Kennels. So today we're talking about Hong Kong, moving pets to Hong Kong and the quarantine requirements and what's changed in 2025. Okay, so this is what we're aiming for. We're aiming for happy reunions and pets being together with their owners in the new destination. So in this case, coming to Hong Kong. Okay, so a little bit of background about myself. I'm a veterinarian and I've been a veterinarian for 25 years. And so I'm particularly interested in the well, how to keep your animals healthy and safe during the travel. And I'm also particularly interested in kind of in their wellness and their dealing with any anxiety or any stress that the pets might feel during travel, and trying to do everything we can to minimize that so they don't feel any of these problems and so they can readapt in their new country. Okay, so there's just a picture of me doing a health certificate somewhere at our office actually, but doing a health checkup on a couple of dogs. Okay, so what is quarantine about? Why can't dogs just jump on a plane or cats just jump on a plane the same as people can? Essentially, there's rabies in many different countries in the world, uh, principally in places like Africa and India and Southeast Asia, and and so there's this disease which is transmitted by dog bites or by cat bites, and actually, even as today in 2025, thousands or tens of thousands of people die every year, particularly sub-Saharan Africa, of rabies. And so the quarantine and vaccinations are trying to prevent these diseases which are called zoonoses, these diseases which can affect people as well as animals. Okay, so Group One and Group Two countries. This is talking about Hong Kong. Group Two countries can come straight in. Group Three countries have quarantine. Now, this is just an illustration, but essentially, the UK, the the EU, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, these places are all fine. They fall into Group One or Group Two categories. Group Three is the ones where there's more prevalence of rabies. Okay, now what's happened in the last year or so in Hong Kong is that the AFCD, that's the Hong Kong government department to do with pets, they have split Group Three into A and B, and um, okay, this slide doesn't say it quite right, but uh, Group A is Lithuania, Macau, and China, and Group B is everywhere else. That's particularly, um, you know, India, Africa, Thailand, Indonesia. All of these are Group B. So what do you have to do for Group B? Group B is the same as Group Three has always been. It's just they've plucked out two or three different ones and called them Group A. So Group B is how it's always been in Hong Kong. Okay, is Group B is you need to have a rabies vaccine. You need to have a normal vaccine like a dog vaccine, a cat vaccine. You need to book your quarantine space, and then you just need to wait. And yeah, this is the problem. The problem is that the wait list to get the quarantine space is actually at the moment about a year and a half, and then once you get the space for quarantine, it's 120 days quarantine. So this is a really long time. It's not really nice. Okay, so many people do this. Many people do this. They basically they do the vaccines, they discover how long the waiting list is, and then they give up. So they either just completely give up, or they give up and go to Group One or Group Two country. So Group One is places like UK, Australia, um, Japan. Group Two is places like Singapore. We actually have an office in Singapore if you need assistance there, um, or France, Germany, the EU, or not all of the EU, but a lot of the EU and Canada, America. So go and stay with your friend over there. Go stay with your family there. Stay there for 180 days, and then you can come straight in, because this 120 days quarantine, it's 4 months. You can visit your pets in the quarantine, but still a long time, right? This massive wait list is very difficult. Okay, so the group 3A, this is Macau, this is mainland China, and this is Lithuania. Okay. For this, the timeline is: you do the rabies vaccine. Of course, your pet needs to be microchipped already, or microchip on that day. You do the rabies blood test, and then you wait. You wait for 90 days. After 90 days, you can book your quarantine space, and then you need to wait for the quarantine space, and then you can come. And then the quarantine is a much more reasonable 30 days. Now, the hiccup with this at the moment is there's still a long wait for space, because most countries in Group 3 are Group 3B, not Group 3A, and so there's still a massive wait list. But hopefully, as more countries get assigned to Group 3A instead of B, then this wait list will go down. So, just to give you a checklist for pet moves, you need to review your requirements, prepare your documents, and submit your applications. And of course, if you're using us, we can help you, doing all of these things. Just a little bit of extra information at Ferndale for cargo shipments, because to arrive in Hong Kong, everything has to come as a cargo booking. You can't arrive as excess baggage. So for cargo shipments, we use these care tags, which is like a QR code, which can help you to see where your pet is all along the journey, like at the health certificate stage, at the tendering to the airport, at arrival in Hong Kong, at delivery. It all can be traced. Just to give you a tiny bit of feedback on the difference between Singapore and Hong Kong. Yes, so in Singapore you can arrive as excess baggage, which you can't in Hong Kong. And in Singapore, essentially they're a little bit like all like Group 3A countries for their Schedule 3. They're all of the pets which need quarantine in Singapore, they just do 30 days, which is much more reasonable. While, as I've said, for Hong Kong, we've got these two. You've either got 3A or 3B. Okay, so we're back to where we started. The main thing is keeping families together, keeping pets together with the mums and dads and other pets. And so we hope that through the information we're sharing in this video, we can help you to move your pet safely. And for any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks, Dan.